now the time? Well, while the average price for a gallon of gas in Metro Atlanta is still under $3, the price, well, it's inching up. So what can you do on one tank and still give the family summer fun? The Fox 5 I-Team's Dana Fowle has just a trip for you. Dana, I've been actually looking for something like this.
This is going to be right up your alley.
Wonderful.
Particularly since you're newer to Georgia,
Yes.
It's a way to explore. Listen. I recently took this road trip with my family. When I told you guys about it on Facebook a little while back, you guys love the idea too. So what I thought I'd do is share the details about how we traveled on a tank of gas. We never got more than a few hours from home, but I gotta tell you, we packed in fun, history, and boy, did we meet new people. A memorable family vacation doesn't have to mean a week's vacation time or even need long-term savings plan. One of our favorite trips happened by accident. We decided we wanted to go here to Providence Canyon State Park. It's also called the Little Grand Canyon. These 150 feet gullies were created in the 1800s by poor farming practices, but boy, did that carve out amazing canyons and their vibrant colors. It's only 2.5 hours from downtown Atlanta. On our way, we decided to explore the back roads of southwest Georgia and to stop at as many small towns as we could in just 2 days. Wow, the things that we saw. A really cool distillery, a super hip brewery, and unexpectedly this giant portrait of former Governor Zell Miller, and of course peanuts, lots of peanuts, and some really, really nice people. About an hour down Interstate 75, we pulled onto State Route 36 and we stopped in Barnesville. We got a home-style lunch at Maxie's Family Restaurant, and the meal was as delicious as these online pictures show. 15 minutes after lunch, we pulled into the town of YATESVILLE. It's an old town, but it was new to us. The railroad depot hadn't seen a train since the late 70s, but look how beautiful. Around the corner, a quirky antique shop and an abandoned building worth checking out. In no time, we were behind the wheel again, down State Route 19 for another 30 minutes. And then we pulled into Butler, Georgia, the Taylor County seat, population 1,972. My 8-year-old was fascinated by this old city jail and horrified when she heard people stayed there without air conditioning. Just beyond ideal Georgia was Andersonville. It's rich with natural history.
Military prison here in Andersonville held nearly 45,000 prisoners of war.
These footprints mark the path that Civil War POWs took on their way from the railroad station to the camp. It's now the Andersonville National Historic Site. This is my kid right here. She's whining that her feet hurt. She was hot. I reminded her that she was wearing fancy sneakers, carrying a bottle of water, and that about 13,000 people had died here because they drank and bathed in the same water where they went to the bathroom. Nothing like a history lesson to snap them back to reality. And we ended this leg with a dog who came off the porch to say hello. Just down the road, we decided to spend the night in Americus, but we saw one more name that made us hit another back road, Bumphead. So we decided to stop there. It was simply a crossroads, nothing more. Or so we thought. There in the field was a cow, a mama named Judy, giving birth to a calf. Yep, my 8-year-old saw the whole thing. And we had a conversation I wasn't planning to have yet, but it was spectacular. Lordy, we talked about this all the way to Americus, where we stayed the night at the Windsor Hotel. It's stunning and not nearly as pricey as you might think. It dates back to 1892, and it's said to be haunted. Finally, we were at our destination, Providence Canyon. So put on your walking shoes, grab water and a snack, and head down to the bottom and look around. It is really cool. Carve out 2 hours at least, though. That done, it was time to head back to Atlanta. Again, taking back roads and stopping every chance we could. Our first stop was Plains, Georgia, the home of former President Jimmy Carter, and there was cotton and peanuts, peanut ice cream, peanut brittle, and lots of history, too. This depot was where the president's campaign kicked off. They picked out this spot because, well, it had a bathroom. And his colorful brother, Billy, remember him? Well, this is his old service station. Pretty cool. On State Route 280, we stopped in at Preston and we saw another very old, interesting jail. And just beyond that was Richland, Georgia. There wasn't much going on, or so we thought, until we stopped in and talked to the shop owner, who actually had this large portrait of former Governor Zell Miller in the window. She told us about this, a rum distillery. They grow their own sugar cane. On our impromptu tour, we saw imported copper-hammered stills and Georgia white oak barrels where Richland rum is aged for a minimum of 3 years. Prefer a beer on a hot day? Well, head down the road to Omaha, Georgia. The town just has 2 buildings, and one of them is the Omaha Brewing Company. Stop in for a craft beer tasting. There's live music on the weekends. Kids are welcome. Whew. 2 days. We packed it in. All back roads, never more than 2.5 hours from downtown Atlanta. Totally worth it.
Now, although we did stay at a hotel, there are campground sites all around there, around Providence Canyon, where you can also stay the night and save some money there.
Oh my goodness, I need your itinerary. Can I just take it?
Absolutely.
That was spectacular.
It was such unexpected fun, and it was a whim. We didn't really plan.
I was going to say, it seems like there was a lot of planning that went into that.
Not at all.
No?
We simply had one destination. I went ahead and made a hotel reservation just because I heard it was haunted. And the rest was whatever we just happened to come across. The key is this, though, folks. You have to talk to people. I mean, truly, a few spots we pulled into really look like ghost towns. I mean, if you just looked around, you think, nothing's going on here. We poked around, we asked questions, and every time we found these nuggets of interest.
So much fun and a history lesson.
And we're going to do another one this summer.
I love it. Dana, thank you.